Do you like to give a lot of quizzes to your students but hate wasting paper? Do you want to see what their scores are without having to really calculate and spend a lot of time putting them into your grade book? Or do you want to see which questions they got wrong but you're not sure which? Well, I'm going to show you today how you can use Edmodo to figure all that stuff out, and it's all for free. It's going to save you a lot of time to do a lot of other things in your room. So I've logged into Edmodo, and the first thing I wanted to do is start to be able to make that quiz. You have your little action buttons right above your message note box. You can click on the quiz button, and you have two options now. You can create a quiz from scratch, or you can load a previously created quiz. I have some of mine here. Let's say if I have a template that I like to use every week where I give 10 question quizzes, I can just edit this one and modify from it. You can also go in and you can delete the ones. What we're going to do for the sake of argument today is we're going to create a quiz. The first thing you want to do is give it a unique title. That way you can make sure that your students are going to find it easily. If you like, you can put a time limit. By default, it becomes 60. And over here you have your type of questions that you want to be able to use. Want to make these, I typically go with multiple choice true false, because that way it's an easy way to grade them, because Edmodo's can do all the grading for you when you're done. So for now, let's pick multiple choice, and you can actually type it on in yourself, or if you've made a quiz before, you can load it previously. So I'm going to just add first question, and I have a prompt, and then you have your responses. If you have multiple choice, you can just add more. What I like to do is save all my quizzes in Google Drive, and I've already have them typed up, and I'm just going to Control C to copy, and then I'll go into Control V to paste it on in. I'll put all my other responses right underneath it by doing the same thing, and just kind of go back and forth and modify it as I need to go. But if you notice right underneath here now, we have a link and library button that we can attach a website or other files to. One thing I can do is I can go to a link, I can attach a website, and I could say, read this website and answer some questions based on it, which I've done for quizzes in the past. Another thing you can do is you can go to your library. Your library features everything that you ever created or attached to your work. You can have stuff that your students attach to posts. So let's say if I want to showcase this painting of the kids, and I can attach that. Now let's say I want to add something to my folder or my library. I can always go back to my quiz later. Go back home, or you can also just go right to your library up here. So I am in my home, and I can go to library, and then whenever you're within your library, you can add stuff right to here. One tool I would like to use is Vocaroo. I have a lot of students that may not be able to read that well, so I had to make oral administration on tests. So I can attach a link. So if I go to Vocaroo, this is a great site where you can create quick audio files. We'll have to save anything or any software to click on and click to record. And which of these tools is a great way to use Minecraft? Click to stop, you can play it. And which of these tools is a great way to use Minecraft? If you're happy with it, you click to save. And you can post it automatically to your sites. It gives you a link that you can send, or you can embed it into a blog. You can also right click on these files and save it as an actual file. So I'm just going to copy that, and I'm going to go back to my quiz, and I can attach a link, and you can paste it. And this way when the students take the test, they can click on this link and they can listen to your audio file. And when you're done with that one question, just hit the little plus button and you're ready to go on to your next. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes and I've been able to fill this in with all of my questions. So you see that each point value per question is going to have to add up a total of 100 points in order to give me an actual score for the students, equal up to a total of 100. Each one of these questions is a different type, so you have true, false, and you have the option of how you set it up for each kid. You do the short answer, you might run a reserve for some essay questions. The fill in the blank, I had to figure out that you put in the underscore option, and depending how many fill in the blank spots you have, that can equal a total number of the points possible as well. And I have all my questions ready to go. Before I send this out to the kids, I need to make sure that I preview the quiz, and I always like to make sure that this box is checked so they could see their score, they could see what they got wrong, and don't forget to take advantage of this about this quiz that could give them basic instructions or give you an overview. Fill it out for them. And then you want to make sure that you preview the quiz. Okay, so now we are going to preview this quiz just to make sure that all of our points values are going to be correct and everything's going to match up. So I hit the preview quiz button. This is the screen that your students will get when they first start going into it. You hit start quiz, and you start to answer all these in the correct way. So I'm just going to click on anything as I go, and you just go into your next question that way, or you can also hit the greater than arrow out to the side. Here's my short answer question. So let's say, so I'm all done, and I submit my quiz, and yes, I want to be done with it. And the kids get a feedback on how they're feeling about it. Here's my scores right off to the side. So number 3, this is where the teacher would have to go in and grade it. So you can see it's not graded there. So the teacher would have to actually go in and fix that for you. And you can see that building was spelt wrong. So you really had to push the kids to spell everything correctly. It could totally mess up their data. So make sure that you may even want to stay away from filling and I can go end the preview, and I feel it's all good to go. I would actually now assign this quiz, and I would send it to the students like I would with any box or any message. Give it a due date. Always add it to gradebook unless you're just doing a quick assessment, and send it, and you're all good to go. Go to your progress up top and pick your class. Then in your class you're going to have your whole grade library all set up. And here are my quizzes, so I can click on a quiz, and I want to go to view assignment. If you notice that it showed the overall average from the class as well. So for this class I have an average score of 61. I have a few people that have not even turned it in yet overall, and I've given this to many students. If I gave this to numerous classes, I can go over here, I can see which students did not turn it in yet, who haven't done it, who have turned it in, and who have graded. So what I like to do is just go to graded, and I can start plugging these numbers in my actual grade book. And you can also break it up by which groups that you gave it to. And if you notice over here, it gives you the basic stats, who your high flyers are. Probably my favorite part of the question is on the quizzes you can see what the overall average of students who got the questions right or wrong are. So you know what data that you need to go back in and recover. So again, use Edmodo to make quizzes. It's an excellent tool. It's free, easy to use. Cut out all your grading and let Edmodo do it for you.